This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined by Pappy Pay-Per-View, Dave Allen. The what?
The Bull. It's what Kev Quigley calls me.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure, to be honest. He says he's gonna take me home one night and show me.
That's interesting. How are you, Dave?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm very well too. You forgot that you're not supposed to move, but there we are. I'm well. So you're back in action. You're back on pay-per-view. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, obviously I got the call, and actually I boxed in Newcastle, and then Eddie said you might be on the Bellew show, you might not, you might be on Sheffield, you might be on the White Resort Bill. So anyway, a few days went by. I said, look, let's wait for Sheffield. Let's put a good camp in. Let's fight in Sheffield. Anyway, week and a half later, 2.5 weeks before Saturday, he said, look, let's go November 10th. Obviously, he knows about the views, like Boxing Social know about the views. And and he said, yeah, let's get you on. So we're on. It's been a bit of stress getting an opponent and that at short notice. But we're here now, and we're fighting Ariel Esteban Bracamonte and a 10-rounder. Pay-per-view, Manchester Arena. I can't turn them things down, Rob, because like Chris Lloyd said to me, you know Chris Lloyd, he said, look, if Anthony Joshua lived his life 100 times, 98 of them times he'd be famous for something. He'd be an American football player, be a basketball player, a rugby player, a boxer. If Dave Allen was alive 100 times, he'd be famous one time, and I'm living that one lifetime. So, you know what I mean? I always say after the Webb fight, I said, you know what, whatever comes up, I'll take, because I'm everything now is a bonus. You know, I should be done really. The first Lindner fight could have finished me. The Ortiz fight could have finished me. Yoka definitely could have finished me, but I'm still here. Still Pappy Pay-Per-View. Things are only getting bigger and better, and I'm just pushing. I'm just keep pushing and pushing, and everything that's happening to me now is a bonus. So let's just keep it going, innit?
So when you're getting calls at the last minute to box on pay-per-views, how is that different to how the rest of your career has been? You seem to be forever getting these late calls. Is it something you're now used to? Do you do anything different now to earlier on in your career?
Well, I'll tell you what happened is, I started my career on small all shows. My first two fights were 6 2-minute round fights. Then 4 rounders, small all. But now, I prepare the same, still as diligently as ever. So it makes no difference to me whatsoever. The only stress is the opponent. We've been really rushing to get an opponent. 1 minute was fighting Cyril Leonette, the former French heavyweight champion. The next minute I'm fighting some Puerto Rican who's 15. I want to say, fucking hell, can't even find him on YouTube. I ain't fighting him, he could be fucking anything. So I don't mind the challenge. I'm not fighting somebody I can't see that's 15-1. Got offered a 15-3 American, 15-0 American. I said to him, I said, look, I'm not bothered about fighting these, but pay me some proper money. And he said, he didn't say no, you're not having proper money, but he wasn't, the money for this fight wasn't the money I want if I'm going to have to take an hard fight, because I only fought 4 weeks ago. I wanted the year off to Yoka, and this is my 3rd fight, and I could have another 2. So I just said, look, if you're going to pay me X amount of money, then I want an opponent like A, B or C. And I think this is B, took option B, so not an easy fight. No fights are easy, you know what I mean? He's big and dangerous. I should beat him. If I'm going to do anything in my career, I'll win Saturday night, so. But none are easy. But like I said, I'm just enjoying things. But it is stressful. Not only the opponent is still literally 4 or 5 days away, it's very stressful. But apart from that, I'm not bothered.
How has your life changed since you knocked out Nick Webb? Has it changed? Are you still the same? I mean, obviously, I spent a lot of time with you in the build-up to that fight where it was a case of win, lose or draw, not going to box again this year. And as you say, you could box another 2 times. It could be 4 times since then. Has your life changed? Anything different?
Well, since the money from the Webb fight, I bought an house. People think I bought an house outright. I didn't. I put 10% down on the deposit in Doncaster. So, you know what I mean? It ain't that fucking life-changing. But it's good. I'm going to say it now, if I never boxed again after Saturday, I'm not saying I'd never work it, I'll have to go into work, but I'll be in a position where I've got my house, I can do all the repayments, and I'll be very happy. So my life has changed for me. I don't want for anything in life. I don't, look at me, I've got a massive hole in the back of this gilet, but my other one stinks, so I've got to wear this. But I don't want for anything. So I'm in a pretty comfortable position in my life. If I have another 6-7 fights and buy another 6-7 houses, isn't it? That's what I'm doing. I'm being sensible now, because I never thought I'd live past 30, which you don't as a kid, dear. And I've realised now that I might live till I get to my 50s or 60s or something. so I've got to start living for tomorrow. I'm bringing up a child on my own, Danny Morell. I'm bringing him up as a single parent, which is not easy. So, big up Gary and Shireen Morell doing a big job with him. But, you know what I mean, I took him on my son as well now. It's not easy. So, I'm just enjoying myself, but at the same time, with the enjoyment, I've got to get something out of this game, because if I don't, I'm fucked, because I ain't got nothing else.
Are you happier now? I mean, you just mentioned the enjoyment side of things with regards to boxing. Well documented, you're not always the happy old chappie that you appear to be today. Are you happier? Are your days today brighter than perhaps they would have been over the last year, 18 months?
I've always suffered with what you would call mental health problems. I'm a bit of an eccentric character, very up and down. And but I'll tell you something, it's much easier when the stress of life is when you're not wondering where your next meal's coming from or who's going to pay your rent. Life is much easier, and I'm much less up and down because I'm comfortable in what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm happy not to have the finer things in life, but it's nice to have no stress, and that's what I've got at the minute. So I'm really happy, and now and again I do go off on one, as you probably know, but the fewer and far between now, and that's good. And I'm growing up now. I'm one of the probably most immature people in the world, but at the same time I'm growing up and I'm becoming smarter and I'm making better choices. I've got the gambling under control-ish. When you walk past that William Hill, sometimes it shouts my name onto it, doesn't it? I've heard it walking past me, horses talking to me off at telly. But I've got everything under control now. Like I'm a grown man, I can control these things, and things are really looking up for me. And obviously, win on Saturday would be great, but I'm not a greedy man. I just hope. All I ever hope for is happiness out of life, and I'm pretty happy at the minute, so I'm winning.
What's the plan? I mean, all being well on Saturday, you're going to box again in Sheffield. Potentially you're going to box after that on December the 22nd, another pay-per-view show. Is it going to be British title in the new year, or is it kind of you in that building process now, which you have lacked throughout certainly the kamikaze stage of your career? Is it going to be a slow build now, or are you looking for titles?
Well, I spoke to Eddie tonight, and I said, look, we need to win Saturday first and foremost. I always say we, but I mean me, really. But I need to win Saturday, because I'm sure the match will go on without me. But we need to win Saturday, and then December 8th, it's only 4 weeks away. It's hard to get a camp when you have a week off before the fight to relax, get your body all accustomed and chill out and shit. And then you need a couple of days off after the fight. Even if it's only a 1 round job, you still got you still et up adrenaline. You don't sleep the day after. You need essentially 10 days off. So I can't go straight into a really hard 12-rounder on the back of 2.5 weeks training, on the back of 10 days off. It's not manageable. So I said, look, what we'll do is, if you want to, Mr. Hearn, is we'll fight in Sheffield and the O2, 2 more 10-rounders or 8-rounders. If this Argentinian turns out to be shit hot, I'm in trouble. So it just depends, the opponent. You never know. He could be 6'6" and 90 stone. He looks dangerous. He looks shy, to be honest, but he's dangerous at the same time. People who aren't very good at boxing are very dangerous. They do things, like Tyson Fury. He's the master. He's mastered the art of looking like he's not knowing what he's doing when actually he's the master of it. But this bloke is like Tyson Fury by accident, because he don't know what he's doing. So I don't know. He don't know what he's doing. How do I know what he's doing? So he's dangerous, but I should beat him. And then I want to fight December 8th in Sheffield, because I love Sheffield. Sheffield's my own town, apparently, even though it's not. I'm from Doncaster. But Sheffield is my own town, really, in terms of where I box. And I want to box at the O2. Dylan White wants me on the bill. I'm very grateful that he wants me on there, because I do sell. Boxing social now, I do views. So I'd like to do both. And then next year, people are all of a sudden saying, Dave Allen doesn't want to fight anybody. I box everybody. I've literally fought Nebo and Alex Argentinian. Everyone is saying that I'm ducking all the challengers. I box everybody. I've never turned down anybody. Even fights I've not had, I've accepted every fight. And now I box Nebo and Alex Argentinian. I'm ducking Bacoli apparently today. I'm ducking Tom Little. I'm ducking Sean Turner. I'm thinking, I box some of the best heavyweights on the planet. I'm not ducking anybody. But at this point in my career now, I feel like I've earned these 10-round fights. I've only had 30 amateur and professional fights still now. I deserve it. I need building up now. Do you know what I mean? Finally, it's took me getting my head caved in a few times to get to the point where I can make a career of it myself. I was always the opponent. Now I'm the main man. And as I'm maturing, people on the internet, they give me shit. I just think, you know what? Suck me dick, because you ain't paying my bills. So you can either pay me bills or suck me dick. As Danny says, skills pay the bills. Do you know what I mean? So It's as simple as that, innit? That's what I'm saying, Kev. So it's one of them, innit? I'm not bothered what they say because they ain't paying my bills, and they ain't doing anything else that I want them to do, or not want them to do what I need doing day to day.
Do you accept that that's kind of part and parcel of it? You very modestly said that you do a lot of views. You are right. Yeah. Is that kind of part and parcel of the job now? You've gone from being an opponent to somebody who is high profile. You're going to get called out by people because they know that you bring in a fan base, you bring in money. Yeah,
essentially, I don't have anyone who ever calls me out. Like Tom Little calls me out now and again. Sean Turner does. I don't know Tom Little personally. I think he's alright. I don't know him. Sean Turner, I know. I like Sean Turner. And they only do what I did to Dillian White, calling me out, and they will look at me and say, you know what, Dave Allen might just be a bit of a sideshow, a bit of a clown entertainment factor. Maybe he's not that good. I can tell you right now, I'll take some beating. If you ain't world class, you're gonna have your hands full with me. I can joke about, but when it comes to it, you have to be pretty good to beat me. But I don't begrudge any of them saying that to me. It doesn't annoy me. But at this part of my career now, I can only ever be me on the camera doing what I'm in life. But when I get in the ring now, I want to be seen as a serious threat. I want to be Dave Allen, the heavyweight boxer, before Dave Allen, the nice funny man who does a bit of boxing. So that's what the next part of my career is all about. And when I next go in, I could fight for a British title in December, but would I win it? Or a Commonwealth title, but would I win it? Maybe not. Maybe I'm not ready. But after 2 or 3 more 10 rounders, yeah, I am ready. There's no excuses then. And it ain't about money. And it ain't about whatever else. It's about I want to win them titles. And how many more chances am I going to get? I could take the shot in December, get beat, and then I'm out. Or I can have 2 or 3 wins, have people moaning at me, win it in April, and it's all forgot about. You're only as good as your last fight, aren't you? Before the Webb fight, I was the biggest bum in boxing. Even though people like me, I was still shit. But I beat Nick Webb and Samir Neeb, all of a sudden I'm the danger man in the division. So you only have like O'Hara Davis, he's only as good as the last fight. Before the Catchell fight, not like Kamanga, he's the most dangerous like welterweight in Britain. He loses to Catchell, everyone's on his back. So it's difficult, because that's human nature. We're fickle as humans, aren't we? I'm the same. We're all the same. So I'm aware I've got to be very smart at this part of my career. I'm very fortunate I've got thousands and thousands of great supporters out there. I wouldn't call them fans, so I don't like saying it, but supporters. And they'll support me win, lose or draw. But you got the certain ones that only be with you when you're winning, and that's boxing. So I've got to be smart. I know I've not got many chances left in the game, even though I don't particularly think I've had that many, really. But as is life, I'm smart with life now, and you have to be smart with life. To be smart with boxing, you've got to be smart in life, and I am very smart, really. Even though you should never say that. If you are smart, you'd never say that. But I am, so fuck you.
So you're smart, you do views, you're a bull. I don't know what that means still. What's that?
My face, isn't it?
Your face.
I think I'm the best looking heavyweight in country and all. I would say, comfortably. If I had the body of Anthony Joshua, I'd be a sex symbol.
I think you'd look quite weird with Anthony Joshua's body.
Well, yeah, because he's got a black body and I'd have a white face. So that would look very strange. You're correct, yes.
What about those? You've mentioned it. You've alluded to it a couple of times. People. I mean, in the past we've spoken about this at length. Really, you've gone off Twitter, and there have been times where you do get annoyed at people who. I mean, we spoke off camera before. People who say things. Now you're having a bit more success in your career. Does that bother you less? Does it bother you the same? Is it something that you think will always bother you?
It bothers me less because I just think the older I get now, I'm buying my house. I want to do these things, and what they're saying, I just think, well, I don't really care what they say. The only thing that bothers me is, I'm a very good fighter, really. I'm not a world class man, but. The only thing that bothers me really is when people say, "Oh, he can only win a British title. He's only British level him." On about me and other boxers. I just think, do you know the work that is put in to win a British title to be British level? So some of the stuff I just find it irritates me. It doesn't upset me or bother me. Some stuff I've seen some people on the internet. Someone put, I'll give you a certain. I can't remember what it went. I'll give you a certain. Like it was odds on that Dave Allen kills himself before the age of 35. Now that annoyed me. That was a bit that's a bit of a low blow. But in terms of other stuff, it just irritates me. I just see it's ignorance towards boxing and the work we put in. Yeah, it might not be the hardest work in the world. Some people think I may be fat, but I'll tell you something. I've put some graft into this boxing game. Do you know what I mean? I've been all around the world sparring. I was sparring to Joshua 30 rounds a week with a broken nose. I put the hard yards in. Do you know what I mean? I'm not where I am now by accident. People say, "Oh, you're a very lucky man." I'm not really. I've had every bone in my face broken to be where I'm at now. Do you know what I mean? So I've been all over the world sparring, world champion. So it just irritates me a little bit. And maybe that's my own fault for having the persona that I've got. Oh, that I don't train, I do this and that. But I've grafted very hard to be where I'm at, and I've been down and out a few times. But I'm here now, aren't I? Still on pay-per-view, and people should look at me and say, you know what, that Dave Allen is a fucking slippery little bastard, because he's had all his dad and he's still here, and I'm at the top of the game really. I'm on Sky Sports box office as the home fighter, selling tickets, helping sell the arena, and people give me grief, but I think, look at me and think, fucking hell, that's a kid done good really from where I've come from. So it just irritates me more than anything. It's an irritation. It's like thrush.
Thrush.
Like thrush. Irritating but harmless. Is it harmless?
I don't know, Dave.
I've never had it, so I don't know.
You allude to it there, A side, B side. You're in the A side hotel. We were joking about it earlier, but you are. What's the difference between being the A side and the B side from your experience in boxing?
The A side gets Danny Morrell his own room with Monty. The B side gets all three of us sharing. But the A, obviously I go in there Saturday night. I'm expected to win. I've got an opponent that I kind of picked myself. I always stress there's no easy fight in boxing, because the ring work's hard enough. You're getting ring and your knees are buckling before you even started fighting. It's hard work, but it's much easier being where I am now than I was when I boxed Nick Webb. I expected to beat him, but at the same time it weren't in my favour. Nothing was in my favour. Even where a pair of rares at the last minute, which obviously turned out not to be in his favour. But just little stuff like that, you know. So I sit here much more confident knowing I'm fighting an Argentinian, even though he's a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sitting here much more confident than I would be if I was fighting Luis Ortiz again, like I was 2 years ago at the same arena. So I'm much happier in the Radisson, in 4-star quality. Yeah, much happier. I was in the Holiday Inn last time, I think.
Tell me about the main event, Alexander Usyk versus Tony Bellew. Break that fight down for me.
It's very difficult. I'm going to grab the mic for this one. It's difficult because obviously we're all Tony Bellew fans in here. Monty calls him Tony Bellevue. It's a place in Doncaster, Bellevue. We thought it was called Tony Bellevue for about 2 days. At the first Hey Bellew fight, Monty was running around going, can't wait for this Hey Bellevue fight. Because Bellevue's a place in Donny, so he just assumed it was called Bellevue. Anyway, it's a very big ask for Tony. You know what? I first sparred Tony, the only time I sparred in 2015. I was fighting Ginger Valecki at the Doncaster Dome with a 4-round in my comeback fight. He would have been a cruiserweight then. I think he might have been fighting maybe a Valery Brudov, maybe something like that. And I went there and I thought, you know what? He's a light heavyweight. He's just moved up. It might be an easy spar. The man had an exceptional jab, very patient, very heavy-handed. And I left the gym that day and I thought, you know what? Tony Bellew's really, really good. I thought he's really good. You know, sometimes you spar people. I sparred Joshua, and he never used to knock me. He never used to knock my socks off. But that was a long time ago. If I sparred him now, he'd probably knock me head off. Never mind my socks. But sparred Tyson Fury. I left the gym every time. I think, fucking hell, that man's exceptional. I left the gym with Bellew that day, and I thought that man's really he's one of the best I've ever sparred. He does everything brilliantly. And I think he's evolved into a world class man over time with experience and finally finding a way he's comfortable at. But I think Alexander Usyk is an elite talent. I think he's the Vasyl Lomachenko of the big men. You know, he can move exceptionally well. He just seems to have it all. People say he can't punch, but he can punch. He'll be able to punch hard enough. When you put the 10-ounce gloves on, Monty could punch in 10-ounce gloves. Anyone, even Kev Quigley could swing a bat in them and hurt you, because them 10-ounce gloves are really hurting. And when you're a big man like Usyk, a very physically strong man, and all the rest of it, you're going to be hurting people. So I look at the fight like this. I want Tony Bellew to win, and I think most people in the UK will want him to win. Someone earlier said, well, look, we want Usyk to win. He can fight Joshua, he can fight Wilder, he can fight Fury, he can go on and he can be really interesting, and he can make big fights in every division. Tony Bellew wins, he retires. Yeah, I see that argument, but for me, I like to back the UK fighter. More so when I like him. I like Tony Bellew. I respect him more than anything. I look at Tony Bellew, sometimes I look at him myself and I think, you drew with Chilemba, and everything turned around from the Chilemba fight, and he turned it around to cruiserweight, beat Brudov, he beat Masternak in what was a really good fight, a few other wins, beat Makabu, then he was going to beat David A twice. So for me personally, I look at that and think, Lenroy Thomas cut, right. I got banged by Ioka actually after, that's a bad one. But anyway, I'm going to have another draw somewhere on the line, and I'll start then. But I look at him after Chilemba and I think, if he can do that after Chilemba, I can turn my career around. He's only done it through graft. I'm not saying he's an heavy-handed man and everything else, but through pure graft, really, innit? So we also look at Tony Bellew and say, you know what? If he can do it, we can do it. And that's the kind of feel he gives me. So I hope he does it. And I hope he does it for that reason and for the fact I think he's a decent bloke. However, do I see him winning? No. Do I see him beating David Hay? No. Would it surprise me if he won? Yes. Will he win? I don't know. Do I hope he wins? Yes. Will he win? Not sure. I don't want to say that he won't win, because he might win, but I don't think he will win.
Okay. Can I have this back now? Cheers. Thank you very much. Dave, just before we go, customary for you to give a message to your fans. Just tell everybody what it means to have their support and shut up. And just give a message to fans who are going to be tuning in to watch you this Saturday on the Usyk-Bellew undercard.
Hello everyone. This is me, David Allen, the Doncaster De La Hoya, the White Rhino. Pappy pay-per-view. Just a message from me to you before Saturday night. Obviously I've got a big fight, a 50-50. It's a war. Ariel Esteban Bracamonte. It's a big fight, could be career defining. Manchester Arena, 6:15. About 3,000 people in. You know, when you hear Fields of Gold, you know, stand up, make yourself heard, make yourself counted. Then when the glass shatters, Stone Cold Steve Allen is going to enter the ring. I'm going to come out of there, I'm going to put it all on the line. I'm going to go straight up to that 6'6", 19 stone South American. I'm going to put a jab on his chin. I'm going to put a right hand on his temple and a left hook in his liver. I'm then going to go to the rope, get 2 cans of iron brew, smash them together, down him, throw the cans into the audience, and then I'm going to go back to the hotel, have a cheese sandwich, a hot chocolate, and celebrate with my entourage. Thank you.
Quite a reserved message for you.
I'm going to shag Ariel Esteban Bracamonte.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Edit that out.
This whole interview is going to need editing. Do you know what? I just interviewed Alexander Usyk, who speaks Ukrainian, and this is going to need more editing than that. So thanks for that. First time I met Monty, hopefully the last. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Always a pleasure catching up with you. Pappy pay-per-view, the Doncaster De La Hoya, Dave Allen. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.